So, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Minister, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the Federal Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning presented to Council a proposal to seek Council's approval for the draft Federal Government of Nigeria 2021 supplementary budget. The Council deliberated on our proposal and approved as follows. Having noted the need for the urgent procurement of vaccines and also the need for funding to ensure that Nigeria is able to meet its commitment under the HIV, the Nigerian Comprehensive AIDS Program in states, Council approved that we should be able to proceed to the National Assembly with a bill in the total sum, and also the Council noted the urgent need to specifically enhance the capacity of our military and paramilitary agencies to tackle the various security challenges that we currently have in the country. Council on this note approved the 2021 supplementary appropriation bill in an aggregate expenditure of 895 billion 842,462,917 naira. The total of this expenditure is made up of 83.56 billion for COVID-19 vaccine program, covering 30 billion vaccines from Johnson & Johnson and the logistics costs relating to the deployment of that 30 million vaccines. Then it also contains the sum of 1.69 billion for the Nigeria Comprehensive AIDS Program that is currently operating in the states, and an additional contingency provision of 40 billion under the public service-wide wage adjustments to take care of the needs for allowances to the health sector, to the education sector, and other wage-related issues. This is an incremental provision over the 100 billion that is already provided in the 2021 budget. And the Council also approved an aggregate sum of 770.60 billion to further enhance the capacity of the defense and the security agencies to address current and emerging security challenges in our country. In line with this approval, we have been also given approval to draw down on some existing World Bank loans totaling about 39.58 billion as part of the financing source for this supplementary budget. And we will be working with the World Bank to restructure some of the existing facilities to realize this 39.58 billion. We've also been given approval to withdraw 135 billion from some special reserve levy accounts to part fund this supplementary budget, but specifically related to COVID-19 vaccine, salaries, and other health-related expenditure, as well as the recurrent component of the defense and security expenditures. Finally, this approval also contains an approval to borrow the sum of 722.53 billion for security expenditures, and these are the capital component of the security expenditure in the absence of any other additional supplementary sources of borrowing. This borrowing will be done from the domestic international capital market. Thank you very much.
Any questions for Honorable Minister, please, before she leaves? No questions. Thank you.
Of the press, I'm pleased to inform you that before Council started today, I had the honor of making a presentation to Mr. President at the 12th National Council on Industry, Trade and Investment held in December 2020. The Model School Training Center, which is part of the Industrial Training Fund being an agency under my Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, presented and launched a first indigenous mobile phone. So I had the honor and privilege of presenting a sample of the phone to Mr. President today at the FEC meeting. So this is the phone. This is a sample of the phone that was presented, and I have brought it here just to show it to you so that you see what we have produced as a Made in Nigeria mobile phone. Okay. So it was made by the Model Skills Training Center of the Industrial Training Fund. Thank you very much. I say it's called Honor, and it's branded Made in Nigeria by ITF Mobile. Well, I'm not aware of that. This was brought to my attention by my officials in the Industrial Trading Fund, and they have told me that it is the first indigenous mobile phone manufactured in Nigeria. Thank you. Like I said, I'm not aware of it. I'm aware of this one. This is the one that has been brought to my attention. I beg your pardon? They're trying to mass produce it. They're trying to mass produce it. I beg your pardon? Well, like with every other mobile phone, it is an obstacle. It's no different from any other mobile phone. This is the beginning. This is the first one that they have made. I'm sure they will go on to try to see what they can do with regards to charging without having to use conventional power sources. I'm not aware of the cost at this point in time. Like I said, these are samples. The Ghana trip? The Ghana trip was successful. We'll be coming back very, very shortly to give you a comprehensive report of the outcome of that trip. But I can tell you for now that it was successful, and we just want to sign off on what we agreed. Once we have signed off and briefed Mr. President, I'll come back here and give you a comprehensive report on the outcome.
I'm sure, as you are aware, last Friday, the federal government suspended Twitter operations in Nigeria indefinitely. And the reason we gave is that because of the persistent use of the Twitter platform for activities that are capable of undermining Nigeria's corporate existence. On Friday also, the government directed the regulatory body, the National Broadcasting Commission, to immediately commence the process of licensing all OTT, over the top, and social media operations in Nigeria. And I believe that they've done that. I think by today, the advert is out, asking that all OTT, over the top, and social media platforms operating in Nigeria should apply for registration and licensing. I want to repeat that it's the consistent is because Twitter has consistently made its platform available to those who are threatening Nigeria's corporate existence. That is the reason for suspending their operations in Nigeria. Because we found out that Twitter is actually the platform of choice for a particular separatist leader who resides outside the country, and he issues directives to its members to attack symbols of government authority such as the police, the military, electoral commission offices, correctional centers, etc. And this is being done willfully and consistently without any consequences from Twitter. No country worth its name would tolerate that. And no company, no matter its self-importance, will force any nation to accept this. It may interest you to know that most of the OTT and social media platforms operating in Nigeria do not have any office in Nigeria and do not pay taxes to the Nigerian government for the billions they earn here. That is not the best practice globally, and that's why we are insisting that for you to operate in Nigeria, you must first be a Nigerian company and you'll be licensed by the Broadcasting Commission. Therefore, any OTT or social media platform operating in Nigeria must do so legally. One, register with the Corporate Affairs Commission, be licensed by the National Broadcasting Commission, and then adhere to the conditions stipulated in their licenses. Like I said, I'm sure NBC has already advertised the notice to the companies concerned to apply for registration and licensing. Well, for those, I've heard that, that the ban is not effective. To the best of my knowledge, I think the ban has been very effective. Otherwise, how would they be complaining that they are losing billions of naira every day if the ban is not effective? But that's not the issue. Many of the commentators have said, suspending the operation of Twitter is like stifling freedom of expression. And I say no. Twitter is just one of the many platforms through which Nigerians can express themselves. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's WhatsApp, there's Google Hangout, and others. They've not been suspended. And in any case, like I've said in several fora, it is because we have a country called Nigeria. That is why we can start talking about free speech. And of course, there has to be a country before people can even transact their businesses using social media platforms. When I addressed you on Wednesday, I said, among other things, that Twitter's mission in Nigeria is suspect. And I went further to say, yes, that Twitter funded the NSAS protests in Nigeria last year. And people have challenged it. And I'm glad that the cable has done some fact-finding, and their conclusions are as follows. He said the truth is that fact-checking showed that indeed Twitter's CEO played a prominent role in helping to raise funds for the NSAS protesters. Whether he paid directly or he helped to raise funds, I think is a matter of semantics. And here's what the fact check by the online newspaper revealed. That on October 14, 2020, Jack Dorsey retweeted an article about the protests with the NSAS hashtag alongside a link to the Feminist Coalition, one of the groups providing support for the protesters at the time. That on the same date, he asked people to donate via Bitcoins to support the movement. On October 16, Dorsey launched a special emoji to give the protesters more visibility on the microblogging platform. So whether he donated money himself or helped to raise money, the Twitter owner is one of those who helped to fund the NSAS protest that was later hijacked, leading to loss of lives and massive destruction of property. We must never forget the toll of the NSAS protest. 6 soldiers, 37 policemen were killed. 196 policemen were injured. 164 police vehicles were destroyed. 134 police stations were burned down. 57 civilians were killed. 269 private corporate facilities were burnt or looted or vandalized. 243 government facilities were burnt or vandalized. 81 government warehouses were looted. And as I said last Wednesday, I can see from the fact the fact check, the role of Jack Dorsey is a suspect. His interest in Nigeria is inimical to our growth. Well, our decision to suspend Twitter has been lauded by some. It has been decried by some. But we want to make it clear that what is important to us is the sovereignty of Nigeria. And until when Twitter responds, and the cardinal thing is that Twitter must be registered in Nigeria, Twitter must be licensed in Nigeria, and Twitter must stop using its platform for activities that are inimical to the growth of Nigeria or to its corporate existence. Thank you very much. In my presentation, I said no interest is superior to the sovereignty of this country or the corporate existence of this country. All those who are talking about freedom of speech, investment, should remember that it's because there's a country called Nigeria that there will be investment there. If a platform persistently continues to sponsor insurrection, stay somewhere outside Nigeria and ask its people to kill policemen and kill soldiers, we will not tolerate that platform. It's very simple. Yes, yes. Other people are doing what? Pardon? They are entitled to their opinion. I mean, they have the right to say so. But I'm just telling you that the reason why we took the decision is because we believe that every interest in Nigeria today is inferior to the corporate existence of Nigeria. Probably if they understand why we are doing so, probably their views will change. And frankly speaking, this is a time when politicians should rise above, divisions and queue behind the country. Yes, please.
I need one clarification. I have one question. Number one, the organization of Twitter and other social platforms, is it part of the operational requirement? One, that's a clarification. And the question, there is a message going around that Twitter has approached the Nigerian government for gather and possibly reconciliation. Is it genuine? Just such approach?
To answer your first question, yes, what we are saying is that all platforms, OTT platforms, you must register in Nigeria. You must be a corporate entity before you can do business in Nigeria. Because they are doing business in Nigeria. Whether it's Netflix, whether it's Iroko, whether it is Facebook, they are doing business in Nigeria and they are making money and they are not paying taxes. That's the reason. In addition to being able to regulate them, they are making billions of naira out of this country and we are not paying tax. That can't be allowed to go on. Yes, as to the second question, yes, it is true. They've reached, only this morning, I got communication that yes, they are now ready to hold senior level discussions with us. Just now. I can confirm. I just confirmed with my colleague now. Yes, I just got the information. Oh, why not? We will. But our conditions have already laid out to you. One, to do business in Nigeria, they must register as Nigerian companies. Two, they must be licensed. Three, they will have to refrain from using the platform for activities that are inimical to the growth of Nigeria, to the corporate excellence of Nigeria. From there, any other things, any other issues will come up. We're ready to talk to them, yes. Yes. I think that an advert out today by the Broadcasting Commission. I'm sure the details will be there. I don't know. I don't know what the details are. Yes.
First of all, when is the order planning to start or suspending activities?
When is it going to?
The order, because Nigerians are saying they have said we should stop using Twitter, but they haven't seen any order published. And the Attorney General of the Federation has said that it's going to people using Twitter after the ban will be prosecuted. But they are wondering under what law would they be prosecuted? People that violate the suspension ban. That is what I'm saying. From your remark, it will, I don't know whether one is right to assume that this whole ban is actually stemming from NSAS requests. Or you also mentioned Nnamdi Kanu. If this ban is giving rise to this anger against Twitter, how come they were not banned, Twitter was not banned when these things happened, but banned only after Twitter deleted President Buhari's so-called civil war tweet?
Well, to your first question, I think you better address that to Attorney General. What law he has, Twitter has, why they will prosecute those who have banned Twitter, who are violating the ban. I think the Attorney General will be in a better position to respond to that. To your second question, this is not the first time we've made requests before now for certain tweets, especially the ones by Nnamdi Kanu, to be removed. And the answer was that they did not violate their rules. And this is why I said last Wednesday that there are two sets of rules. That Twitter operates two sets of rules. One for Nigeria and one for other parts of the world. And I think I illustrated it last week. I said during the NSAS protest, Twitter actively supported through their CEO, and they said it was a civil rights demonstration. But when a similar thing happened in the US, and some hoodlums invaded Capitol Hill, Twitter was the first person to act, was Twitter, that suspended Donald Trump's account. And by the way, Donald Trump has congratulated Nigeria, if that means anything, that's what he ought to have done. But that's just by the way. Now, I said that, so what happened in Lagos, where 37 policemen, 6 soldiers were killed, was not insurrection. 2, we kept asking Twitter, delete the tweets of Nnamdi Kanu. under what, legal framework will it be right for a man to stay outside his country and direct that his members in Nigeria should kill policemen? They should kill soldiers. They should burn them correction centers. So I think this is no brainer that Twitter definitely does not mean well for this country. I didn't hide it. And I'm glad that an online publication has corroborated my stand, citing the specific rules the CEO of Twitter took. Is he a Nigerian? What is business in Nigeria? Thank you very much. Yes. To answer your first question, I think I made it clear. Even when I issued a statement on Friday, we banned it, Twitter, because of it has become the platform of choice for separatists to promote their agenda. We made it clear. Number two, if they say the ban is not effective, how come they say that they are losing billions of naira every day? How come? And if the ban is not effective, how come that Twitter is reaching out to us now?